What is going on? I'm zmoT. This is War Factory. We're going to go through the guide, show you the internet's best way to beat War Factory. We're going to take Gearhart down using our XP46 HQ18 account, and we're going to do it with no statues boosted, and we're going to make it look as easy and simple as possible. So let's have a look, see what we've got. Now, I've got to do this pretty quickly. I've only got 22 minutes left on my instant training. I will hopefully not need to rush my troops. That's the whole goal of this, is to make it so people who don't have instant training can do this. Look at this. We've got boom surprises on War Factory. That is new. We've also got a Flotsam behind the core. We've been asking for this for a long time. No microwavers at this point, no sky shields. But we do have progress. This is great news. This is going to make War Factory new and exciting and interesting. And the thing about this War Factory, you don't actually need any sort of hacking. So if you're XP35, I'm going to say you can take this War Factory down. This is probably the easiest War Factory in the history of War Factories for low-level players. All we need to do is chew through all of these cannons, which is going to take quite a few of your troops. You're probably going to have to reload 2, 3, 4 times, something like that. These boom surprises will be a bit of a pain because they pop up and shoot you in the face, but otherwise, fairly simple stuff. We're just going to... I said I wasn't going to use instant training, going to have to reload my troops, but we're going to do it in the most easy, simple way possible, and that is just to use rifles and zookas. Let me just check to see how much of a shield we've got on that thing, where the shields are. So going back here, not gonna happen. I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but these shield gens have 87,000 health, so barraging those with a low-level account is not going to work. Just a reminder, make sure if you've been playing warships, you go back in and boost your tribes. It's free. Make sure you get that barrage tribe up to max before you attack every single time. Bit of a pain, but at least they've made it free. People talking about getting an error there, server error 2 when they boost. Hopefully that is not you. If you are, try boosting slowly, if that makes any sense. Anytime the server errors have been happening, it's generally limited because people are like reloading their instant training, then attacking too quickly, and you get that out of sync error. So I kind of doubt that'll fix it for you, but if you're seeing that, maybe give that a shot. Now, we are going to bring Critter Swarm because there are all sorts of things that critters will help us with here. And by bringing Critter Swarm, we can drop Everspark early on. Hopefully she doesn't die, and her critters will make those boom surprises pop up, and we can shock them with the flamethrower. So pretty handy in the fact that there's flamethrowers next to them, which we're going to shock anyways. Get those boom surprises up, shock them, and away we go. Now, we're going to just hit attack. I'm going to throw a barrage out here to get rid of all of these boom mines. Don't want our troops or Everspark hitting those boom mines. Of course, barrage wasn't bad, actually. So we're going to go like this. We've used up some GBE. First off, we're going to throw our first smoke in this corner, cover that whole corner. Second smoke over here. And then we're going to drop all of our troops right into this spot right about here. So that is what we're after. All of our troops. Now, while we're using smoke, I know you don't really have to use smoke, but using smoke will get all of the things in close so that when the smoke expires, you can shoot nice and fast, and you don't have to worry about those troops walking. You're not going to be losing time while your troops are walking. So hopefully that makes some sense. If it doesn't, please hit me up in the comments. Would love to explain more. So now I really do need to get that last boom surprise to pop. Otherwise, everything is progressing fairly well. I'm going to wait until that flamethrower is gone, hopefully. And now it's just a matter of walking forwards. As simple as that. Everspark's going to keep dropping critters for us. Our riflemen are out front. If you've never ever used riflemen, what the whole point of these riflemen are is just to get shot in the face. Zookas have lots and lots of health, but that was a complete bonehead mistake. Zookas have lots and lots of damage, but there are half as many of them. So by having rifles out front, the rifles get shot in the face, they keep your Zookas alive, and the other beautiful thing about this is rifles are very fast and cheap to replace. So now that our rifles are gone, we're going to retreat. We've only lost a couple Zookas, as you can see there. So we've lost all of our rifles, which is good, but only 5 zookas. So replacing them, if you don't have instant training, even if you do, will cost very limited gold, and it's the best way to attack this war factory. So the other thing you could do here is if you have grenadiers, grenadiers would be a great choice right now, but I already got this rolling, so we're going to roll forward with some rifles and some zookas. Grenadiers should be able to clean up all this right side at this point. You just have to make sure that they don't clump up too much. If they do, you're going to have a bit of a problem. Now it's just rifles walking forwards. Super, super simple stuff here. Rifles standing out front, zookas in behind. We don't even really need to shock anything ever again because our zookas are going to stay behind our rifles. We can retreat one more time if we have to, but super, super simple war factory. The boom surprises added a little bit of a wrinkle there, but the fact the Flotsam's behind the core means that we don't have to worry about that at all. Now, if you have to choose between shocking a sniper tower and a couple cannons, always shock the sniper tower. Sniper towers do shoot twice as fast, if not faster. I can't remember the exact stats. I think it's just over twice as fast. So if there are sniper towers in the area, make sure you do shock those. And obviously they have a bit more range, so we need to make sure that don't go anywhere near that hot pot over there. And at this point, we're done. Like, there is nothing that can finish off our troops. We can throw some barrages on that left-hand sniper tower just to be on the safe side, and now our troops should just stand there and blow it up. So, War Factory in two very, very simple attacks. There was not a lot of skill required there. All we had to do was keep those flamethrowers at the shore shocked. And if you don't have as much GBE as me, just retreat. As you saw, we did this in 2 attacks without a heck of a lot of difficulty. So if you're going to run out of GBE and get fried by those flamethrowers, just retreat. And what I like to do is click the retreat button once. That way, when it gets crunch time, just hit it that second time and they will run away with 0 issues whatsoever. So hopefully this helps you if you're a low level. Honestly, if you have War Factory level 45 sitting on your map, I've got a guide for it. Check the cards above. Then come in and beat War Factory level 90. You can beat this War Factory today regardless of what your statues are, regardless of what your levels are. I'm going to retreat here quickly just because I want to quickly check that shield. Yes, I just said quickly twice in the same sentence. That's when you know that I am under-caffeinated. So we're going to quickly check that shield, and then I'm going to say quickly one last time, and we'll come back and take this puppy down. So obviously your options here are grenadier level. I only have level 1 grenadiers, but grenadiers will crush this base as well. So we've got 2.3 million shields. So as far as going for the solo, lots of people with higher level troops, higher level GBE, higher level the extra statue should be able to solo this just by walking forward. We probably maybe could have soloed it, but I wanted to retreat to try to save those troops. Don't be a hero if you're a low level, unless you want to be a hero, that is, and go for the solo. Just take this down. Very, very simple. Save your gold for your upgrades, and down goes War Factory level 90. Very, very simple one today. We'll come back and see what I've got going on my other account and try to solo this. I don't know if we can do that or not. Whatever troops I have loaded is what we're going to use, and I have a feeling that I have terrible, terrible troops loaded. So we'll find out that in just 1 second. That's cool. I love it when I see a War Factory like that where anyone can take it down. And if you have doubts about if you can take it down, let me know in the comments, and I will try and take it down with my super, super low level account tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, so we actually did it in 3 attacks. Obviously could have done it in 2, but wanted to check the health on that shield. Now, you can calculate the shield, but I just didn't want to do math. So that is War Factory for December the 5th. I'm going to pause this. We'll come back with my main account and do something fun and silly. And if you're wondering why the heck I pause, it's because I don't like showing my email address on screen, because then people try and log into my accounts and it's not super fun. So what I've done is I just put that blank screen up there, and we've got Grenadier and tanks and bullet loaded. And my instant training, I'm fairly sure, has expired. Yes, it has. So we're just going to do it with these troops. If you can take this down with tanks, then good on you, because this is sending tanks against cannons is not a super good idea, but I'm fairly sure we can take it down with just our grenadiers at the very worst case. So let's just get into it and see what we can do. This is an example of how you should not attack War Factory. I should probably maybe go to the left-hand side, to be completely honest, but we're just going to go exact same path. We're going to use Bullet out front. Hopefully he has energy drink. I should have checked that for starters. We're going to drop Bullet slightly to the left of where I like to drop my other stuff, and we're just going to hope for the best. I'm going to shock the flamethrowers. Flamethrowers, as you saw there, do a ton of damage to Bullet very quickly, just because Bullet has his damage resistance is all about pain tolerance, which means that it's limited per shot, and flamethrowers obviously do lots and lots of shots. So shots. Now Bullet is standing out front, except for on this left flank, so we're going to be in a little bit of problems here on the left hand side. Those boom surprises also do surprising amounts of damage. Let's get, I'm going to get a smoke over here. Oh, Bullet's dead, so this attack is about to go sideways. I'm going to retreat, actually. So we got rid of all of the stuff at the front, lost 2 tanks, couple medics. Bullet died, so we're just going to run away. I realize that is cowardly, but I just can't bear to watch those tanks get absolutely crushed. I'm not going to reload troops. Let's just get back into it, and at this point, we should be able to do some magical things. We're going to get Bullet up front. I'm going to throw a smoke here, and then we're going to get into this corner. Uh-oh, that was not supposed to happen. Those were supposed to be smokes, not critters, but it should help anyways. So the problem with using grenadiers is that they kill all of your critters here. So obviously, if you have Gramps, if you have the bombardiers, probably a better choice at this point, but just don't use tanks and grenadiers against this War Factory unless you like a challenge. I should not have done this. This is just ending poorly, because this whole left flank is about to just absolutely destroy all of our troops, and I forgot to use my energy drink on Bullet. So overall, tanks and grenadiers, not the way to go. Probably could have soloed this using zookas and parking them on that right hand side. Just smoke right in close to the headquarters and burn through the shield, but we will never know, because I had silly tanks and silly grenadiers and medics loaded. The medics aren't silly, I suppose, but as you can see here, the grenadiers will stand back and they will blow everything up. So once you get them in position, you should be golden, but it's gonna take a while and a half. So using grenadiers, good idea. Including tanks, bad idea. And this is a great one to practice your grenadier skills, because grenadiers like to bunch up, and grenadiers, generally speaking, don't get ranged by cannons, but if you let them bunch up, they will get ranged. So you want to stay off to the middle and just let them throw their hammers. They're actually called potato mashers. Little known fact about those grenadiers, they're called potato mashers. If you can tell me why they're called potato mashers without going on Wikipedia, I will be absolutely amazed. But anyways, that's War Factory for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, learned something, saw something new, inspired you to try on your low-level account. If I did, please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun sort of stuff. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch Grenadiers do 2.3 million damage on that headquarters. Just trust me when I say it is going to go down. That Flotsam behind the core is going to explode before the core does, which is always worth a look. I gotta say, that graphic when Flotsams explode is one of my favorite things they added. From a graphical standpoint, that nice flashing death symbol is super awesome. Anyways, lots and lots of doom cannons and rocket launchers and lasers and mortars to the left, but none of that stuff matters. So anyways, that's it for me. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.